Hey, I want to talk about the uniqueness of images and the importance of that. Those of you who understand the importance of content, that means don't plagiarize from another website. It means create your own content. Google doesn't like seeing replicated links because they're just plagiarized. They copy the original site. Maybe they make a few minor modifications, but nothing Google can go on. Google can't say it's the same page but promoted by Bob Allen or Jane Doe. It's like, why would that make it different for any keyword searches that somebody would just happen to do? Nobody's searching for Bob Allen or Jane Doe per se. Although if they did, would Google be able to show the right affiliate link? Probably not, because by default, Google doesn't index those things. It doesn't even include those in the list of what's searchable. Okay, so if you want to make pages searchable all of a sudden, like for Bob Allen and Jane Doe, what do? Unique tier 1 content, totally unlimited tier 1 content. Now we hit a button and generate a version of the sales page that basically says the same thing, but not in the same wording. It's different. It's as though written by different affiliates. One was written apparently by Bob Allen, another one by Jane Doe. Is there a rule that says they had to write those pages? No. They could have hired copywriters to write their pages or paid the main company to write a version of the pages for them. So it's all totally fine. But just letting you know, unlimited tier 1 content is meant to be unique every time because Google doesn't like plagiarizing. If Google sees 2 or 3 or 4, 20 or 50 or 100 different websites that have the same contents on it, it drops everything except for which one? The one it saw first. Because the first one is most likely the original author. Whoever Google sees first is kind of like whoever submitted the patent first on the same invention. Right? First guy in the door to submit it is the one who gets it. Well, for Google, anybody writes on a website, you can write variations of your own content onto different pages that you have on that one website. But if you take that same content and stick it on another website, then all of a sudden Google must choose between the two because it can't rank them both, or else you just create tons and tons of the same thing. But that's not how it works. Google scores all of it algorithmically, and if it comes to basically the same score, then all those pages compete for that one spot in the keyword result, that number 3 spot. 10,000 pages all trying to be page 3. Google does not go 3, 4, 5, 6. Google goes the original one gets spot 3, listing 3, I meant. Spot 3, listing 3. And everyone else doesn't get anything. Google just shows other people the totally different content in the rest of the results. How do we overcome that? Unlimited tier 1 content. We create master content for every website we touch from a single project that you guys have us do. That's valuable, insanely valuable, okay? Never again are you going to have to write about the same topic once you write about it once. It doesn't matter what it's for. All right, now, having said that, images are the same. So if you create a website and you have a lot of subdomains for 32,000 different cities or 10,000 cities or 5,000 cities or 500 cities, you could have the same banner image every single time, but it dilutes the value of the banner image if it's showing up on everything, okay? Google kind of says, yeah, I keep seeing the same image and it's taking up a chunk of the above the fold part of the page. Well, I don't want to just show different results for the keyword that give the user the same experience when they land on the website. Google wants to show different experiences. This is Google's job, to make sure that whatever you click on is going to be a different experience. So we need to create as many different experiences as possible. So we create uniqueness in images. Okay, by creating uniqueness in images and uniqueness in content, we can create multiple pages that have a right to be there. And the only thing is this, you can't do it all on one website for the same keyword. Because Google's not going to show 10 results all coming from the same website. They're going to show the best result from each website. That's why we create multiple websites. So you're not just on page 1, you are page 1. Everywhere possible, keyword by keyword, for thousands and thousands of keywords. You're going to be as many of the top 10 results as possible. Everywhere you can be the top 10, you're the top 10. Wherever you cannot be all 10, we're going to make you 9 for those keywords. Wherever you cannot be 9 for those keywords, we're going to make you 8. Wherever you cannot be 8, we're going to make you 7. Wherever you cannot be 7, we're going to make you 6, and on and on. We're going to absolutely saturate the total visibility spectrum with you. Everything about you. And all those pages are going to capture as many leads as possible behind the scenes, whether they like it or not. Put them in an autoresponder and contact them. You might say, I don't know if I want my website doing that. And the answer is it doesn't have to. It can be through a partner network. It can, all we have to have in the terms is a statement that says, we have browser cookies, and when you land on our website, it acts like a single opt-in. By the way, that's totally legal in the US, not in Great Britain, not in Australia, but in the US. Not in Canada necessarily, but in the US. So all of our work is with US IP addresses, US consumers. Everything that we track down and use is according to the US databases that allow this kind of access of information. Okay, we can figure out what people are who land on your website. And we can add them to an autoresponder, and we can contact them with any message. It can come from you or from one of your partners according to the terms. And your partners, that can be us. Literally, it can be my company is contacting them on your behalf, saying, hey, if you're looking for an RV in Atlanta, these are the right guys to contact. Oh, neat, coincidental, isn't it? Because they were just looking for an RV in Atlanta, and they were just on that website. Looks coincidental, but it isn't. Okay, that's one way of very, very many that you can use consumers when they arrive on your website. You can start conversations with them either directly or through a partner like us. So it looks third party and the responsibility comes on us, not on you, which is totally fine. Okay, another way to use it, you don't even contact the guys. You just simply take the whole listing of emails and you put them into like your Facebook advertisements for a lookalike audience, and Facebook finds everyone else like them. Male in their 50s who are Republican or whatever it is. And whenever any of those millions of similar guys start searching for an RV in or around Atlanta, then Facebook's going to show the ad to those guys. Okay, so you can use these guys for research to help Facebook understand exactly the kind of people you want coming, and Facebook can find millions of other guys and introduce them to you. Okay, so that is totally cool, and it works for any industry. It can be brick and mortar, it can be MLM, it can be anything. Okay, anything online. All right. So yeah, my main point, I know I kind of went everywhere, is this: uniqueness matters. So when we create projects, we create unique imagery, top level professional quality imagery, so that Google sees that. Totally different images add to the uniqueness of the contents, means your pages have more right to rank higher because they're more unique. Okay, we just automate that to make it cost effective for you, so you don't have to pay for the man hours to generate all those things like your competition does. You get it as automated as humanly possible, so that your competition has to fight and spend a lot of money to get the same effect, but we don't. We've already done so many projects. We've already tested so many things. We know the differences. We know what we have to do and what we can automate, what has to be done manually. We're extremely good at it by now. Okay, just letting you know.